I think yesterday when I started talking about this, I basically started talking about the infinite ringing of the bells of infinity or something like that. I don't know. Friday. Oh yeah, Friday. Thank you so much. Welcome to the last session. The last session. This is it. So what's being expressed here is this aftermath. There's no aftermath.
After what?
Aftermath. The after. Um, there's no aftermath. It's always been this way. It's always been this clear. It's always been this obvious. It's always been this way. Nothing happened in the past. So this is always awakening. This is always awakeness. There's no history of this. So this is boundless freedom at last. But there's no at last because this has always been boundless freedom. And this freedom that doesn't have any boundaries, everything that's appearing is already awake. Everything that's listening to this is already awake. Everything that is already boundless freedom. And there's nothing that was figured out. There's nothing that was revealed. Because everything that's appearing is already as it is. It's as it is. And in this boundlessness, in this freedom that is not a felt sense of separation, it's the seemingly opposite of that. There's this release, this relaxation that nothing was ever in bondage. So what's being expressed here is that this is already awakeness. But there's a pretension that this is not yet it. But even the not yet it, this is not yet, or when is this going to happen, is the pretender that's pretending that this is not it. But there's also no pretender. This is already awakened. This is already awakeness because nothing ever went to sleep. When it's said that there's nothing happening, it's being expressed that there's no time. So when did you sleep and when did you awake? When did you start seeking and when you stop seeking? When did you stop pretending? And when did you start pretending? How is even there you if there's no time? How is this even possible? So what's being expressed here is just this aliveness already that appears completely this. So there's no aftermath. It's always awakeness. It's always this. It's screaming loudly. but it's really silent at the same time. It's in the words, but it's not the words. It's this obviousness, but it's not obvious when you think of it. It's obvious when there's no one thinking, because no one has ever had a thought. No one's ever had a thought. So who's thinking then? No one. So what's being expressed here, that even if there's thinking happening, it's also no one thinking. So there's really no difference between this and this and this. Because this is always this. Not partly this, not fully this. It's always this. So what's being expressed is that there's already this awakeness, and even the doubt is awake. The confusion is awake. The contraction is awake. The feeling of separateness is awake. The idea of getting this is awake. The idea that I will never get this is awake. The idea of I'm almost there is awake. The idea that the idea is awake. The idea is awake. There's no ideas, but it's awake. There's no one hearing this, but it's awake. There's no one understanding this, but it's awake. There's no one here, but this is awake. And what's being expressed this is fully awake already. There's no levels of awakeness because there's no time. When there's no time, it's fully awake. Because there's no here to there, from sleep to waking, from realizing to not realizing, or not realizing to realizing. It's already fully awake. So in this full awakeness that's being expressed here, everything that rises up is fully awake. Everything that appears is fully awake. Because there's only could be singularly awakeness. So there's no aftermath, because what seemingly is trying to get figured out is, how did you get here? Well, no one got here. There's just this awakeness. There's just this awakeness. And what seems to be heard is fully awakeness. And what is hearing this is fully awake. It's not in the words. It's not in the meaning. It's not in the definition. But this is already fully awake. Since no one is asleep, it's always awakeness. Always awakeness. Even the train of thoughts that's kind of like ruminating and trying to kind of like figure out what is he talking about, that's fully awake. Everything is awake. So why do you pretend you're sleeping? Even the pretending sleeping is awake. Have you ever seen a kid that's kind of like closing their eyes a little bit, but they're fully awake? Are you sleeping? Yes, I am. It's fully awake. It has never gone to sleep. Even when it's fast asleep, it's fully awake. When it's fully awake, it sees everything and nothing. Not everything becoming nothing or the idea of everything and nothing. It's just everything and nothing. This is everything and nothing. This is everything and nothing, and it's fully awake. And it's not a riddle. It's not a puzzle. It's just being directly said that this is fully awake. It's nothing to get. There's nothing to figure out. It's just fully awake. Even the one that's passed out is fully awake. Already awakened, awakening is the same. It's just this awakeness. All that ever was and all that ever is this awakeness. No need to wake up because it's already awake. Okay, so I'm going to take a washroom break. And I'll be right back in 1 second. Hello. Are you awake?
Hello. Yes. We all dead.
Dead and awake at the same time. What's that, Milena? Are you okay? Are you okay, Michelle?
Yeah, I'm awake.
You're awake. Okay. If you have any questions, please go ahead. You can also type on the chat.
In a certain way, Emerson, it's the simplest message that you can ever share.
What's that? Sorry, go ahead.
It's the simplest message ever shared.
Yes.
It's too simple.
It's too simple. There's this wholeness already. And this awakeness or feeling not awake is all awake. Whatever seems to be appearing is already this. And there's no process, there's no no letting go, no practices, no prescription. It's just already awake. And even that is already awake. When there's this personality that is seen as this awakeness, everything that comes up, the illusory time, the illusory me, the illusory whatever seems to be happening is already this awakeness. There's only awakeness, and there's nothing else. And then somebody say, well, I don't. That's awakeness. We tend to put on labels on things and tries to segregate it, but there's no we that's putting labels. So everything that seems to appear in time, everything that seems to appear as a process is an illusion of awakeness. It's an illusion of completion. It's an illusion of something that is on the beginning of this part journey, but there's no journey. Because when there's awakeness, like in a nighttime dream that seems to happen, there's this dream that's happening, but there's also awakeness, because when it's seen that nothing happened, it's awake.
Nothing to gain.
Nothing to gain, because it's
That
already awake.
everything is already what it is.
Yes. And nothing is happening because it's already awake. So whatever seems to appear in this awakeness is awake.
Yeah.
Which is also nothing appearing as awakeness. Not even appearing as awakeness. Nothing is awake. Nothing is awake.
Nothing is sleeping then.
Yes. Nothing is awake. Nothing is sleeping. Nothing is everything. So simple.
Much. Yes.
Thank you, Ghislaine. Where's Ghislaine in Quebec?
Sherbrooke.
Sherbrooke?
Yeah.
Okay. How far is it?
An hour and a half.
Oh, an hour and a half. Okay. All right.
I invite you. I invite you.
Oh, I'm planning to come back here in the fall. So
You do?
yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I should go to Vancouver. I never went there.
Yes, you should.
I should, eh?
Vancouver's full already though, so it's
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And that's
You are popular in Vancouver.
infamous.
Infamous.
Hi, Emerson. Hello. As a speaker, is there, you've been speaking for, I know this is a story for months, Is there a deepening happening? I know there's nothing happening, but, is there a deepening? Well, that's my question. This is a story, of course.
Yeah, of course. In the speaking of this apparent communication, there seems to be clarity. Clarity that cannot be spoken of. But apparently, when there's this apparent, in the dream or in the story, there's this deepening, and there's just this directness that everything is already awake. That there's not even a point of speaking, but speaking is happening anyway. And there's just this wowness, right? This wow. No one's listening, but there's speaking happening. No one's getting this, but everyone gets this. There's just no more separation.
So there's no such thing.
There's no such thing, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
total illusion.
Yes. Yeah. And there's just this enjoyment. It's kind of funny because I always compare this speaking to DJing. And then in DJing, someone usually makes a request. And this is the same. Emerson, can you talk about this? I'm like, okay.
I see there's a deepening in your creativity. I'm joking. but still.
Thank you, thank you. Creativity apparently happens, and it's just this creativeness, but it's also very. It doesn't give anything. It's still not giving anything. There's this awakeness. Take it or leave it, because there's no one to take it or leave it. It's just this awakeness. It's just this wholeness that is seen, not by anyone. So if there's no seeing or seer or seen, what seems to be appearing there, the seeing of this, is also the seeing, the seer, and the seen. No separateness. Hi, Ghislaine.
Hi. No one is happy, but are you happy to have been getting rid of the Emerson me?
Am I happy to get rid of the Emerson?
Yeah, it's a strange question.
Yeah.
There's never been any Emerson, but
There, you know what was seen was there was never an Emerson, and there's this happiness. There's like, oh, there was never an Emerson. It's just all
Yeah.
awakeness, and this all awakeness that seems to happen, is just this, right? So, it's just such a relief that there was never an Emerson, because the Emerson character was a saint and a sinner, and all of these labels, right? And it's a fabulous story, though, but there's no point in telling it.
no.
Yeah.
It's if there is a gift, because it's already as it is, but if there is a gift, even though it is said that no one wants this, the fact that there is no one, beauty, it's amazing, because it's according to, I don't know how to say that, but the apparent experience of being a me, having a life and everything, it's a burden.
Yeah. In the story, right? There's this
Yeah,
burden of,
in the story. But this story had been believed apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when it's seen
And
that that's also awakeness, then there's no burden anymore.
no, because there was never a personal experience. It's all awakeness being apparently as a separate individual.
That's right. Yeah.
Mm, It's a rocking boat, though.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't change anything, you know,
No.
it doesn't. Everything happens. It's kind of freeing.
It is already free.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful sharing, though. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Gillen. Maybe we'll go to Gillen's in October. Daggy, go ahead, please. Hey, Daggy.
Hi, Emerson.
Hi.
Hi. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you.
We talked
Always
earlier.
fresh. I know, but it's always fresh,
It's
every
always
time.
fresh. Yes.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you too. What's your name? Who are you?
Daggy? No. Oh, talking about burden, like there was mentioning before about burden. It's like even in pain, extreme pain, it's like freedom, complete freedom, and
It is, yeah.
such
Yeah.
a relief. It's so beautiful, really.
It is.
Mhm.
Awakeness.
Ah! no words for that. No
Yes.
words.
Thank you, Daggy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So sweet. So much sweetness everywhere. So much
Yes.
sweetness. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's open, Emerson.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Je sais ce que c'est, mais je cherche le mot. On n'est pas le cache? Comment? Une charge, un bagage, un fardeau. Un fardeau, c'est ça que je cherchais. C'est ça. C'est marqué charge. Fardeau.
Hi, Emerson. How come I don't feel awakeness? Awakeness is not a feeling. Awakeness is not a thought. Awakeness is what is. Awakeness is this. So when a thought appears of what is not, it obscures what is already awake. What is already awake does not need any understanding, does not need any words. It's awake. It's always awake. Even when it thinks it's sleeping. Even when it thinks it's pretending to be asleep. It's awake. Even if it's intellectualizing what awakeness is, even if it's ruminating, what is awakeness? It's awake. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the lovely comments. Oh, I'll open up the chat, sorry. Hi, Emerson, are you awake? There's no one awake, but everything is awake.
There's nothing personal about awakeness.
That's right.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's not about us. So it's, okay.
Yeah, there's you hit it on the spot there. There's nothing personal about awakeness. There's no us in awakeness. But whatever appears as awakeness is also it. It's impersonal awakeness. It's the boundless awakeness.
Even if we believe that it's personal, it's awakeness. Even if we believe that it's personal, it's awakeness.
Yes, yes. Everything that appears is already awakeness since there's no separation. So everything that goes on in this apparent dream is awakeness. There's really no duality. Duality is just a word, a segregation of trying to express what this is. Seemingly, it's like almost like a planted idea. No one planted it of what wholeness is or what non-duality is. So there's this idea about duality, idea about asleep and awake, when everything is awakeness already.
And that is only what there is. There's nothing else, nothing apart.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all that there is. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, there's nothing correct or wrong, but all that there is this. dancing. Giggles apparently happening in Montreal.
Um, you know, in the body, you were talking about the senses. So if, like, there's a sensation in the body, this is not even happening because this is just an appearance, and this is the illusion because the body doesn't even exist.
Well, in the dream, you know what I'm saying? If there's this appearance of whatever seems to be happening, it's just what's happening. So if the sensations in the body feels uncomfortable, then it also seeks whatever. You know what I'm saying? But everything that is appearing is awakeness. Every single apparent cell in the body is awake. Every single apparent breathing is awake. Every single symptom or whatever seems to happen is awake. And everything that's done is awake. So it's awakeness. This awakeness is complete. Awakeness, seeking awakeness, is awakeness. Awakeness, inquiring about awakeness, is awakeness. Everything is awake already. Even when it's sleeping, it's awake. And I know this is repetitious. The illusion of this apparent separation, the illusion of not getting this, is awake. The illusion of separation is awake. The before and after, the something to get, is awake. And I'll just keep on repeating this because this is the apparent end game. This is the end. And everything is already awake. Even the belief that it's not awake is awake.
I suppose, Emerson, that you could also use another word than awake.
Everything is chocolate.
Yeah, everything is nothing, or everything.
It's chocolate.
Yeah. Or life.
Yes. But no one has a life.
Yeah, that's the drama. The person thing.
We are chocolate.
Oh, is that chocolate? Oh. Oh, Miss, merci beaucoup. Mm, chocolate. Mm, thank you. So even the going back and forth and trying to figure this out and trying to say that when will this happen, it's already it. It's already life appearing as what is. It's already chocolate is appearing as everything. Words are just separateness, and what's already cannot really be labeled. So what's being expressed here, this unlabeled wholeness. The labeling is also whole. Hi Emerson, thank you for doing this. Can you talk about why there's so much resonance every time that you say awakeness? What's resonating is something that is already awake. So it's resonating to what it is. It's resonating to what is. So all of this is awakeness with the mist of sleeping or trying to get to know, but that mist is also awake. So what seems to be resonating is just this. It's not really a remembrance because that seems time. It's just seeing a reflection of what it is. It's just seeing what it is, that this has already been awake. Oh, thank you, Fabiana. Thank you. It's beautiful though, huh? Someone commented about the tree. Likewise, yeah. There used to be a song when I was a kid. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. But there's no I am. It's just aliveness, awakeness, enthusiasm. Oh, I'm good. I'm good, yeah. Yeah. I'm good, yeah. Thank you. Oh, Michelle, go have it. It's okay.
Looking at the play of light.
Oh, it's beautiful, huh?
This is so nice.
It is so nice, yeah.
Wow, Emerson. Silence.
Yeah.
Stillness.
It's the chocolate that's making me.
It's making you laugh?
Oh, that's it. Nothing is making me laugh.
Are you sure you don't want another one?
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Just like what Tony said, that's it. That's it. That's it. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Wow. Yes, you can. Usually after these, yes, you can definitely contact me. Just go to, just email me if you want to, one on one or something. It can be really disorienting. Yeah, but that's clarity as well. It's hard to explain, but when there's a seeming dropping away of all of the belief system, it's just clarity. It could seem like disorienting because there's this, I can't believe this, that there's no beliefs. Thank you for saying that. Beautiful, thank you.
In a way that, in a way, this is the amazing part because, it's like unbelievable.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing's happening except awakeness.
Falling in love. In loveness.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Yes, there's another one, and someone's asking if there's a, not this week, but next week it's Toronto, but it's going to be like this as well. So if you want to join, that's Okay, but there's no need. Bad business model.
Emerson?
Yes, thank you. Someone said, nothing's happening, nothing's happening. How odd. Nick? Hi, Nick.
Hello?
Oh,
Hi,
hi,
can I
Nick.
speak?
Hi.
Hi, it's no camera, but it's dark in here, so.
No worries.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Good. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. So, like, especially the last days, these, what's kind of like this this seems like an endless cycle of celestial events. And I
Yes.
know I saw a story and it's blah blah blah, but it feels so real, you know, like this nervous system stuff happening seemingly. And I have no clue what I want to ask or what I want to say. I'm just talking, but I always like feel this like this build up, like these, let's say the days before like this full moon.
Yes.
That keeps on hunting, or like I'm always so in a sense so aware of this stuff, you know. Oh, like in 4 or 5 days is full moon, you know, and I can feel
Yeah,
this
yeah.
energy shift and stuff, but I know it's not real, but it feels so real. Can you speak about it?
Yeah, everything is a dream in awakeness. And what seems to happen is just this awakeness thinking that there's something that is special about the full moon, but it's all the same awakeness. It's all the same. So there's nothing special between here and now because all that there is this eternity. So there's really no full moons. It's just ideas about awakeness.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what seems to be happening is all right. That's okay. There's nothing wrong or right about that. That seems to be what is happening, and that's also what is awake.
Yeah, it seems to be like one of my biggest, like the hardest, how do I say it, the hardest, like it's such a belief, but it's also, it has to do with time, you know. It's
Yeah.
so rooted into separation, or separation is rooted into time, I don't know, but
Yeah, there was a belief as well here in this apparent character, and it hid it. You know, the belief in horoscope and that kind of stuff, and almost kind of like, you know, would read the horoscope even though it did not really believe it. There's this you know, there's no one choosing to believe or not, right? It's part of the play. It's part of the pretend. So it's pretending to believe in this amazing stuff, but it's already awake. That's
yeah.
what's happening as well, and there's nothing wrong or right about that.
No, maybe there's a judgment on it. Yeah.
Yeah,
That could be because it's just what it is, but
it
yeah, if
is what
there's
it
no
is, and
judgment,
even
and then
even the judgment, Nick, is what it is.
yeah.
So it's
That's
emptiness judging emptiness, and it's just emptiness playing by itself. So what?
so what?
Yes.
Yeah. So what?
So what?
Yes. Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay. I think this yeah, this was it.
This was it. Yeah.
This was it for tonight.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
amazing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, for people that have you know, I'm getting a lot of messages about seemingly kind of like disorientation or blacking out or something. Just message me. We'll chat if you like or not. It's just what's happening. What's just being expressed here is just this wholeness, this completeness, this nothingness, this ever presentness that's always this. And then seemingly there's the understanding of what seems to be happening collapses. It's not about understanding, it's not about getting it, it's just what is. And sometimes that intense seeking mechanism collapses and it just blanks out. It just kind of like doesn't get it. This is not about getting something because this is already awake. So what's awake does not think, does not understand, does not judge. It's awake. Someone said, can we open up the breakout room now? Yeah, sure. All right, I'll open up the breakout room now and I'll visit all the breakout rooms. Thank you. Best compliment. Thank you. All right. Love you guys. Thank you.